there are hundreds and even thousands of beautiful names. And there is no limit to human imagination.
Hey guys, Pop Raider here, back in another video. Thank you guys for taking your time to watch this. And today, I'm gonna be reacting to this girl who apparently didn't have a name for a pretty long time. So, I want to start off by saying, why does that guy look like Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Have you ever wondered why we need names and what they are?
Oh, no, because that's what I totally think about all day, of course, Why do we have names? No, that's all I think about, because that's so, incredible. It's, the hardest thing to think about, am I right? Why? Why? Why, Sherlock? I don't know. It's not like I'm a psycho that thinks about names all day long.
Every person and animal we have tamed has one. We give names.
Okay, first off, how do you know if I name all my pets? Not everyone is like you. Sure, I have 2 dogs. They both have names. Sure, I have 100 fish. Almost all of them have names. But like I just said, almost all of them. Not necessarily because they're our pets. Doesn't mean that they need names. It's not like you stalk us or anything. Well, by the way you sound, I'm pretty sure you stalk.
Probably things that we think are special or, well, alive. That's what I thought when I named my favorite dolls. In my case, it was a little more complicated. I've been living without a name for a long time. Is this possible? Absolutely. Now I will tell you everything in detail.
No. It's totally possible. It's totally normal. Who in the world doesn't have a name for a long period of time and says that it's normal? I'm pretty sure that's not normal. And second off, you're weird. For
Now
real.
I will tell you everything in detail. In the meantime, like the video, share my story with your friends, and even more, write your names or your favorite names in the comments. I would like to read them. Thank you very much for all that. Let's get started. When my mother got pregnant with me, my parents didn't know if it would be a boy or a girl because they really wanted it to be a surprise. Before I was born, they bought children's clothes in neutral colors. The children's room was painted brown. In general, they were preparing, not knowing.
So what are you gonna do when you see your parents or they see you for the first time? You're gonna be like, surprise, mother, father? For real, my gal. I said gal because she's a girl, right? And so, the room doesn't even look brown. It looks pink, just saying.
Had friends who guessed the gender of the child and then began to offer options for names. Mom and Dad didn't agree, but they didn't refuse. And the closer the delivery date came, the more active the conversations were. In the end, it got to the point where my grandparents almost had a fight because everyone only liked one name. So I have accumulated at least 6 different options for a girl and a boy. Well, then the long-awaited moment came. The doctor came out of the room and said, "Congratulations, you have a girl." Of course, everyone was happy. They basically did not care what it would be. Any kid would be a favorite, given that I was the first child. But almost immediately, the euphoria was replaced by an argument. My family couldn't decide which one would win. It was a tense moment. It got to the point where my mom was already out of the hospital, and I still didn't have a name. My mother understood that soon they would have to make a holiday in my honor.
Okay, I'm gonna start off by saying you're delusional. No one's ever gonna make a holiday about you. You could just keep on dreaming. Well, not even in your dreams it'll happen. I'm sorry, but you're just straight up delusional. I'm sorry. But like I said, you're delusional. And also, I wanted to say that at the start you said that your parents were didn't really care about the names that the other people wanted and they're just gonna choose theirs, but now they're having competition apparently. And also at the start you said that they're your parents' friends, now you're saying that they're their family. So yeah.
Child on the balloons. But in my case, it was difficult to explain to each guest why it happened. I was referred to as daughter or granddaughter, and that was it. I was small, so I had enough time for all this, but then I began to grow up. Time passed, and the sore point in the family was still not resolved. In the end, the relatives decided to trust the will of fate. They gathered one evening at my parents' house. Each wrote their own version of a name on a piece of paper, and then they all went out into the street and asked the first passerby to draw lots. My first name was Anna, a variant of my grandmother on my father's side. Of course, everyone was upset because no one liked it. But a deal is more expensive than money, as they say. This name accompanied me for 14 long years. And, looking ahead, I will say right away, it did not bring me much luck. By the way, do you believe in the magic properties of names? I don't know about you, but I believe in it, and my first name didn't do me any good. Not only did I always fall, tear my dresses and shoes out of the blue, I always had bad luck in school on exams.
Well, I guess we can all call that we unfortunate now because, if your name is Anna and these bad things are happening to you, then yeah, it must be we're unfortunate. And I think you're the only one who does that thing with names. For real.
Even though I'm in good physical shape, and it always rained on my birthday, although it was in the middle of summer. I didn't win anything in 14 years. Absolutely nothing, even phone games. Do you think I had a good life? Well, then I started to think seriously about my name. Something subconsciously did not give me peace, and then I asked my mother who named me and how it happened. By the way, why I began to think about my name was because I came across a fascinating article on the internet. The essence of it all was like, as you call a ship, so it will sail. In my case, it was that my Titanic went to the bottom from day one. And yes, if you didn't know, there is such a character as Anna Karenina. Her fate, as you can tell, is not exactly exemplary. And even though I wasn't named after her, it was reflected exactly as it was. A terrible secret seemed to me the answer to all my...
Are you trying to flex your losing streak? And also, if your birthday's in summer, it's supposed to rain. It's summer. I know summer sounds like it's supposed to be hot, but no. Summer, it rains.
Exactly what I needed. A week later, I decided on the name Saren, with an accent on the E. It seemed unusual to me, and most importantly, I had not seen this anywhere else. My new name did not immediately attract my relatives. They tried to dissuade me, offering other options, but I already heard all of them. They did not understand that it was not even the name itself, but its energy. Then, my dad helped me collect all the documents and helped me make this name for me. I went to bed thinking that from now on, my life will change and now everything will go differently. Maybe you can see that auto-suggestion worked, but it doesn't matter. The main thing is that it worked. The very next day, after everything was documented, I went and bought a lottery ticket. This was the surest way to test the fortune. And yes, I won as much as $5. Yes, yes, yes! I couldn't believe my eyes. This was my first win in forever. Can you believe it? I knew it would work. When I ran home in a fit of happiness, I showed the ticket to my parents and screamed with joy, and then I even cried a little. The next day, I didn't go to my math class, and when it was my turn to answer at the blackboard, the bell rang and the lesson was over. On the way home, I found a ticket on the road that could be exchanged for burgers for free. And you see, that was just the beginning. I thought I was the happiest person in the world, and isn't that the most important thing? Gradually, the relatives got used to the new name and the new me, and now I felt more attention and affection from them. This once again proves that I did everything right and did not believe in the power of the energy of names for nothing. By the way, I have since made it a rule to name pets only based on their character, needs, and inner element. So it seemed to me that then the pet will be less sick and live longer. By the way, my action first caused a lot of discussion among the neighbors, and indeed my small town as a whole. Once, radio reporters came to our house and interviewed us. It seemed to them that this was savagery. So my name was found out, and now anyone who wants to use it to name their children or sisters, I will be able to sue them, because my name is protected by intellectual property rights.
Okay, so, what if you have a fish? For those who know me, I know I talk way too much about fish. You guys, if you don't know me, then you really don't know that I have a lot of fish. But for those who do know me, I love fish, and I have a few, like a couple, well, a lot. And so let's say my fish is ugly. I'm just gonna call him ugly, I guess, because fish don't really have much action unless they're like aggressive fish. You could call them, I don't know what you want to call them. And also, don't you think it's a little selfish that only you can have that name? You even got a special protection for your name. I find that pretty crazy, if you know what I mean, because that's just crazy, man. Whatever. So, bye guys. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be posting my music video on the 31st of December, so on New Year's. As I said, let's please get Sergio or Skets to 50 subscribers by New Year's. And if I get to 25 by New Year's, I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. And if I get to 25 subscribers by the 31st, I will be releasing my merch. If not, I won't be releasing them. And let's say I do get to 25 and I do get to release them, I will be I'll be doing a giveaway for one of the shirts. And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.
Right off the map, when I hit him with this whole 100 round. Young jock.